The soggy weather goes away tonight. It's meteorologist Joe Martucci here. Rainfall totals, we're over an inch in that blue sliver that you see there. It runs from Fortescue up to Folsom, and even a little bit over in eastern Burlington County as well. It was a good drink of water for all of us, even in LBI, where they didn't see that much compared to places to the west. Still saw 0.58 inches in Surf City. We take a look at our satellite and radar throughout the day today. You see that rain passing on through, mainly in the morning as forecasted, although it did remain cloudy for a good portion of the day. Still going to squeak out a bright sunset in a few spots. We're going to talk about that sunset in just a minute. Here's a look at our futurecast. Winds coming out in the northwest as we go into our Monday evening and into Tuesday as well. Winds are going to be 10 to 15 miles an hour. It'll be enough to kick back that sea breeze and make those shore towns just as warm as the inland spots here. A great local summer day as we go into Tuesday. Then as we go into Tuesday night, winds come out of the north. They weaken a little bit. And then it's more of a northeasterly wind as we go into our Thursday morning here. But overall, it's a wind coming out of the north. It's a drying wind for us and no rain and barely even clouds to talk about. A really fantastic locals summer's stretch. We take a look at our temperatures for tonight, sliding through the 60s into the 50s here with a clear sky. And here's that sunset I was talking about in Atlantic City. Today is the last sunset at or after 7 p.m. until March the 10th when we spring forward here. Now, if you're in Bridgeton, you got all the way till Saturday till we're before 7 p.m. with our sunsets. And then look what happens as we go forward in time. 2 months from now, sunset's back in the 4 o'clock hour. And we're probably talking about it being pitch black by about 5:10 or 5:15 or so. But we'll enjoy the sunshine as we go into Tuesday until about 7 o'clock or so. Winds coming out of the northwest. You're seeing Sand Report looking like this. Green lights all around. A fantastic day to be by the sand here or on the boat. But remember, no lifeguards are out there, so you still don't want to go in the water. Speaking of the water, we are monitoring a tropical system that will be ours as we go into this weekend. Now, whether it remains tropical or even is tropical by the time it gets to our latitude remains to be seen. But there is a 30% chance that this storm becomes a named storm, a tropical storm, by the end of the week as it moves to the north here. Now, again, it might be a tropical storm or it could be a nor'easter for us, but it doesn't matter. We're still talking about impacts Saturday into Sunday, just in time for the weekend. I know it's a bummer here. I'm most concerned about the rainfall flooding and the beach erosion. We're going to go with a high risk for both of those. Tidal flooding likely at times, but it should be minor flood stage. We're catching a break because we're in the quarter moon. There will probably be some wind damage, but I think it's isolated here. Again, I think the rain is the biggest concern, and then along the immediate shoreline, that beach erosion. We have a hurricane hunt video that talks about this, as well as Hurricane Nigel that's spinning out in the open Atlantic. So here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast. Wonderful stretch through Friday here. Not nice for the weekend. It is going to be wet and soggy and windy here. Probably it's more of a Saturday thing than a Sunday thing, but too early to tell. If you did want to try to do something outside this weekend, focus it on Sunday. Otherwise, if you have something going on Saturday and you can't move it to Sunday, it's not going to be a good weekend for it. I'm imagining a number of weekend plans are going to be altered. We'll have more details for you on that in our morning video. In the meanwhile, you can go to our Across the Sky podcast. We have a new episode today talking about bounce houses and wind damage. And we talked to one guy who actually researched this exact topic from the University of Georgia.